Peace, world. It's after 11 on a Wednesday night. I was doing some write up of the fights and on the Showbox card, Showbox the new generation, and I was working on something else. I got um, two interviews coming up that I'm very excited about. Tomorrow night being one, and then Friday night a very interesting guest, very interesting guest. So tomorrow, talking to a first time author and a local pastor with a good message. So I'm very excited about Thursday night and Friday. But wow, what I just watched from Brandon Lee, I was excited about this card, man. I mean, seven undefeated fighters, on a Wednesday night, quadruple header. Brandon Lee, we've checked him out a couple of times. I didn't realize that the kid had never made 140 pounds, like officially, And with these showbox cards, a lot of times they allow these guys to, they're a pound over, a pound and a half, whatever, you know. And they just mentioned it tonight. That was his first time making, being under 141, I think they said. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I think I like to see him do his work at 140 versus 147. Like I don't understand why any youngster would be rushing to get to 147 with the world championship picture looking the way it is, and it's the welterweight division, WAIT. But hell of a performance from Brandon Lee, especially in the third round where he got the two knockdowns, highlight reel knockout. Some 30 seconds, 40 seconds after an impressive knockdown. But Teah impressed me tonight, man. I thought that I thought he would make Brandon Lee box and get into his bag a little bit, show some other skills. You saw he touched him up. Teah landed a couple of shots, standing at mid range, and just boxing with him really well. He attempted to punch with him, and even in the first round, Teah took some good shots on the chin, took some good body shots and whatnot, and was fighting with the kid. But damn, he got laid out. Right hook inside. After he survived a good 35, 40 seconds just off instinct, a lot of upper body movement, and just surviving. But in the end, Brandon Lee, he can finish. He's a finisher. Good power in both hands. I like his aggression. Him and his father, man. I get into the father and son teams that are out there, and I don't have any knowledge of the history of what his dad is, but they've gotten this far. He's 22-0 now with 18 and 19 knockouts. That'll be interesting. I hope he can stay at 140 though. I don't really want, like I said, I don't want to see him up at 147 if he doesn't have to go up there. But if he's having trouble officially making 140 right now, that doesn't bode well for getting into the championship picture, going through that process, being several more fights. So if he can't make 140, that would be a little disappointing to me. But hell of a stoppage, good fight. He was trying to box a little bit more tonight, do some things besides just looking to bang. They got time to tighten some things. And Teah is not, Teah's been on Showbox with quite a few kids that we've seen, and isn't exactly a slouch. I just thought he was the lesser talented fighter. But he got put to sleep tonight. Let me go back to the first fight with Victor Padilla and Thomas Velasquez. Padilla was surprisingly down in the first round after a right hook to the body. I was like, damn, what's going on here? And he got started. He was getting hit a little too much, but he only 21, so there's much room for improvement. Yeah, that power is something else, Tom Brown. Yeah, I mean, I thought. I mean, I can't sit here and say he was definitely trying to get some rounds tonight, but I thought I liked his patience. You know, he's the more talented guy and knows that he has, you know, power in both hands and was likely going to get him out of there. So no sense in you know, rushing. Like I said, I thought he showed off some good skills, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. He's one of my favorite youngsters at 140. You know, him and Elvis Rodriguez getting in there would be dope. It's a couple of young 140-pound guys over on Top Rank. Obviously, he's over here on Showtime right now, but I just want to see what he does. Like I said, super lightweight is my favorite division. You got a bunch of young bodies already at 140, and then we know that Teah, Haney, you know, those kids could be moving up to 140 to go chase bigger things any day. So 140 is kind of the division that I'm watching closely right now. We know the undisputed fight is coming up, and it'll be interesting that after Ramirez and Taylor fight, what do they do with the belts? Lee looked good. He gets hit because of his aggressive style, but I like it. Yeah, you know, I mean, he's gonna need some defense, but I mean, you know, you got to be able to take a shot, and you know, he's out there going, looking to make a statement, looking to be exciting. So I'm not gonna sit here and ding him, for trying to make a hell of a fight and make a name for himself. It's a lot of bodies at 140, so you got to figure a way to stand out. And I think he assessed that he was able to take the risk tonight to fight in that manner, and like you said, Oz, be a little reckless to deliver a hell of a moment like that. Going back to Padilla though and Velasquez, Padilla stops Velasquez in the 5th round. I like the way that Padilla came on. He's another guy that's supposed to have some good power. I think that's the second or third time I've seen him fight. I thought it was a good stoppage by the referee. Knocked in the 5th round. I'm trying to look at my notes that I was taking. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was a good fight. Definitely a good opener for the night to get it started. Well, shout out to Padilla. I also see all of these guys are kind of related to yeah, I think so, man. I thought that knockdown, his feet were a little messed up, but it was what it was. I mean, it looked like a legit knockdown. I wouldn't argue that, but he definitely didn't panic, didn't get out of his game and whatnot. Patiently worked his way back into taking control of the fight. Velasquez didn't look outmatched or outskilled or anything. Just Padilla just came on and got rid of him. The Ortiz and Jeremy Hill fight. I had Ortiz on the channel before last year. He talked up a good game and was one to make a statement. We actually talked before his last fight got canceled, and then he was waiting until he had this fight tonight. But he really wants to get in the mix. It's hard to say. I didn't like how he started fighting after like round 3. I thought he could have being superior in the first 2 to 3 rounds. And then after that, kind of stepping off the gas a little bit, waiting a little bit too much. Hill came on a little bit. He was a rangy guy, long arms and whatnot. I think Ortiz was countering him and kind of controlling the fight and doing what he wanted to do. But again, being at lightweight, anywhere 130, 135, 140, I mean, you got to come out there and put on a show. I thought he did come back in the 8th round, though, and definitely didn't let Hill get a clear 4 rounds in. I don't know if I agree with the card, 79, 73, 77, 75 on 2 cards. That's probably where I would have been. Ortiz didn't like the pressure, but banked him. Yeah, like I said, when you're kind of where he is, I don't like dudes that start clock watching or card watching and cruising down the stretch. Like I said, you got to go out here and make a name for yourself, especially with Ortiz not really being a, not looking like a power puncher whatsoever. You got to really go out there and, dominate guys and whatnot. But Hill, he kept trying. I give him his credit. He got some bruising on his face and whatnot. He was getting countered and getting touched up pretty good. Never quit. I did like what he said in his interview, how he was gonna approach the fight. Seems like he talks some good trash and can be entertaining, but he definitely has to add some more stuff to his game. The co-feature, hell of a fight, Misael Lopez. I know he was in trouble early. For him to be the favorite in that one, I knew he was in a little trouble against Jordan White. I didn't have no idea who Jordan White was, really. I guess he was the only one on the card that had one loss. But yeah, he was bigger. I mean, he was his jab was beautiful. He was doing some jabbing off of his shoulders that kind of camouflaged his jab. He just looked like the slicker dude, definitely. But I give Lopez credit, man. He saw that he was in there. He was getting rocked a little bit early, and knew that he was in for a hell of a fight. But he didn't really, he didn't cower away. And you can see they gave him the third and the fourth round. He had fought his way back into the fight, and I think he just got a little too confident. Yeah, he looked small, man. I think his people let him get into a fight that he probably could have avoided, in my opinion. Dude looked like he was a good 2.5 inches over him, and he was just bigger than him and that's why Lopez didn't really want to get inside. You heard them crediting Lopez for being a little heavy-handed early on, and then 30 seconds later, White had control of the fight. But like I said, I give Lopez a lot of credit. He didn't back up. He was just in there with a guy who had more tools than him, hit harder than him, and was bigger than him. 2 knockdowns. That sequence for the second knockdown, he's just getting hit with left and right hooks. He was out of it. I do think he got hit in the back of the head a little bit. I don't know what the referee could do for him right there, but I think his equilibrium was all messed up. And he lost his first fight, But I think, he's a guy that I would like to see back on Showbox, definitely. Jordan White, shout out to him for coming out and making the most out of being on TV and getting the opportunity. So like I said, man, great fight. Great card. Hell of an ending, hell of a conclusion on it for Brandon Lee. We definitely gonna want to be seeing more of him. And it just gets us set up for a dope weekend of fights. Friday night, you got Sarissa Sorungvasai on the Zone. I don't really know much about his opponent and whatnot, but Sorungvasai is good action. And Saturday night, we have, the two guys that he's already been in there against in Estrada and Chocolatito. So, maybe it's I wouldn't want to see Chocolatito against Sorungvasai again, but I'm just excited about Saturday's card. So we'll see what happens with that. Also on Showtime, I like they worked in the training camp stuff tonight with Benavidez and Ellis. I don't know if I'm really expecting a whole lot from Ellis. I'm trying to be excited about the main event, but Benavidez is just a more talented guy. He's one of the better offensive fighters in all of boxing, in my opinion. He just he can't get out of his own way in terms of showing up prepared to fight, not getting tripped up on the scale, had the suspension, the cocaine incident, and all of that. But like I was saying yesterday on the stream, or whatever day that was, he's got a kid that's less than 6 months old, I want to say. So he's got to be looking at it that he needs to be more responsible as a man. It's a good chance for him to, he's right in there where some great fights can be made for him, earn some big money. So he's got to be able to get focused and maximize, you know, the next few years of his career and whatnot. So I'm pulling for Benavidez to you know, look good. Isaac Cruz is on there, and then the All Ohio. Yeah, Ellis is he's solid. He just seems to he doesn't do any one thing really special. Decent chin, boxes, and can stand in there, but can he really threaten? Um, he knows what he's there for. You know, I think he's gonna give us a good effort. You know, he'll probably have a couple of big moments where he rallies pretty well, you know, and boxes with him and whatnot. But I just don't see him having that next gear to really threaten Benavidez. And like you said, I do think he gets tired quite a bit. That's another thing for a lot of these opponents right now. A lot of them are more inactive than the house fighter. Um, and we don't know where some of these opponents, we don't know what opportunities they have, what the gym situation is, what the sparring is. A lot of these guys are just taking these fights just to get a payday, and they may not be coming in the best shape possible, you know, to give them a chance to truly compete. But you don't turn down a paycheck right now. So anyway, man, great action Saturday. I can't say that I'm gonna be on Saturday night after the fights because it's late as hell. So I'm planning on jumping on late Sunday morning, probably 10 o'clock. Do like my weekend recap and do the bite down boxer of the weekend and all of that type of stuff Sunday morning. I'm gonna put the number up there for anybody that wants to call in and chop it up about any of the fights. So I'll be sure to do that. I forgot to do it Saturday. But that's it, man. Let me get on out of here. Bite down boxing. Don't let them count you out. I'll probably get some content up on the website. Maybe Friday. I had some other stuff going on and lost track of what I was doing, so I'm not posting nothing tonight. But I'll figure out a way to without rehashing what all happened tonight. I'll figure out some angle, throw some photos up, some quotes and whatnot, and move on. Anyway, man, thanks for rocking with me. I appreciate everybody to hit that like button before getting out of here. Let me get my ass in the bed. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.